Hello, everyone. I know I said I wasn't going to go live today, but I am here. We're going to talk about a few things. It is raining outside. Of course, we're going to talk about what is in the title and probably a few other things too that have come to my attention. So let's get with it. Hello, Poppy darling. How are you? Let me see if I can get my groove back, Poppy. Went around the corner, and what did I see? It was Poppy in a red Mustang waving at me. She said, "Come on, RC, let's go for a ride. We'll go to the beach and we'll get real." I said, "Sure, I am." And I jumped in the Mustang. All right. I will figure it out for you, Poppy. You know I will. You know I will. Okay. Like I said, we're going to talk about a couple things today. And you're the only one here, Poppy. Are you still here or have you left? All right, we're going to talk about a case, and then just to let y'all know, for those of you coming in, I am going to be talking about Seth Rogers. But first, I want to talk about these other cases, okay? So let's pop on over here. Now, this was dated July 26th. A missing woman's 2-year-old told family mama was in BLOOD. Months later, they believe that they found her. Okay. So, hey, Chai. Hey, Karen with the C. Hey, we. It's raining today. I'm gonna try to do this professionally. Ha, not. Y'all know I can't be professional. Anyhow, welcome to my channel. If I commentate, if you get a little education, that is definitely a plus. Opinions and theories with no repercussions. We are human beings over here, okay, you guys? Just to let y'all know. And I mean, y'all know trigger warning everywhere. Some things are alleged, some things are hearsay, some things are definitely, in my opinion. I will let you know, okay? I will, if you guys know how we roll over here. If I state something as a fact, I will show receipts on that. Oh, it's sunny and warm there? You don't get sun very often? I'm sending you some sun. Here's some sun for you. For real. Okay. So let me get through this story here. Authorities in Georgia say oh, there's flies. Flies, you've been a member for 2 months. I can't believe that it's been 2 months since my membership started. That is freaking awesome sauceum. Awesome sauceum, girl. Okay, so authorities in Georgia say human remains found by a construction crew likely to belong to a mother of two who vanished nearly a year ago. She is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Gabriella Dixon, 18, was last seen in Macon, Georgia on October 30th, 2023. On Wednesday, July 24th, human remains were found in a wooded area in Monroe County, Georgia, and authorities say they believe they are those of Dixon. The remains, which were discovered by a construction crew, have been sent to the GBI, Georgia Bureau of Investigation, for positive identification. The sheriff's office said they charged uh, Jatarvius D'Angelo Price with conspiracy to commit red rum after the remains were found. Now, Jatarvius is 19 years old, was initially arrested in November for charges of making false statements and tampering with evidence. She's beautiful. She is a beautiful girl. Okay, it wasn't immediately clear if Price had entered pleas or retained an attorney to speak on his behalf. Here we go. Authorities have also issued warrants for Reginald Harris on the charge of red rum. Reginald Harris is the father of her children. Okay? Now, she was 18, I'm going to say 18, 19 years old, and already had children. So we do know that she had her children at a young age. Okay? At a young age. She was reported missing on October 31st, 2023. There were assertions made by her 2-year-old child. Now, her mother says that on October 30th, 2023, when Harris dropped the children at Dixon's mother's home, the 2-year-old told their grandmother, Mama was in blood. Okay? The child's older sibling reportedly said that Mama is sleeping. Now, okay, we know that one child is 2 years old. Okay? So that would put her having her child at, let's see, 1870, about 16, close to 17. But that child has an older sibling, which, means that she was very, very young when she had her children. This is Reginald Harris on the left and Jatarvius Price on the right. Dixon's mother, Gabriella Searcy, told that the family is 99% sure that the remains are Dixon's, given the red hair and clothing found on the body. Searcy has launched a campaign to find her missing daughter. In the last few months, several posts on the Bree's Mother social media show. And, of course, I will definitely, when I talk about this again, I will definitely pull up what her mother has wrote. So, I would like to say this. If you are experiencing domestic violence, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233 or go to thehotline.org. All calls are toll-free and confidential. The hotline is available 24/7 in more than 170 languages. Okay. So, Gabriella Dixon, we are sending a lot of prayers to her family. Such a horrifying case that a young mother her life would be taken. And like I said, we're going to be getting into this case a lot more. I just wanted to kind of bring awareness to it right now. Okay. You got cupcakes in the oven? I want cupcakes. I want freaking cupcakes. Lady, listen, Linda, I want cupcakes. Okay, so this is a case that I've talked about before. We're gonna pop right over into it. This is a case I've talked about before, and actually, Flies reminded me of it. So I checked for an update, and there's still no update on this. As soon as I get one, I will let you guys know. Let's pop over here. Um, my my subs. Hey Nicole, you're not feeling well? Oh, Nicole, we're gonna miss you in chat. We're gonna miss you causing havoc today, girl. I bet you was just up all night. I bet you were up all night partying on the YouTube streets. But it's okay, Nicole. It's Sunday, a day of rest. You rest and come back 100%. You need to feel better. Okay, so I talked about this case. The Indy mom was charged after her 3-year-old's foot turned black from frostbite. You were in the ER all night? I don't want to ask you what's wrong. I don't want you to have to put it in chat. That sucks, Nicole. I hate to hear that. Yeah, I won't ask you why you went to the ER, but if you feel like telling us, you're more than welcome to tell us. For real. But I hate to hear that. I really do. But this mother, I'll read you the basics of it, okay? And as soon as I can get an update on this, I will tell you guys. Court documents reveal that a 3-year-old boy might lose his lower leg after his mom kept him in a home without heat until his foot turned black from frostbite. Now, this was posted on January 31st. According to court documents, police began investigating the case after Amber Griffith, 28, her son, was brought to a hospital on January 19th due to his foot turning black from frostbite. Now, Amber Griffith, 28, had been arrested and charged with 1 count of neglect of a dependent, resulting in serious bodily injury, a level 3 felony. Now, I want to find out because I think that mom may have been placed in some type of mental health facility. And let me tell you why I think that. Even I don't know it for a fact, but I'm going to tell you why I think that. Okay. So back to the little 3-year-old boy. The child underwent surgery the same day to remove the damaged tissue on his foot, with the worst case scenario being the child having his leg amputated below his knee. Police ended up speaking to Griffith and found out she lived at a home with 2 relatives. The home had no heat and no running water due to the pipes being frozen. Okay, hopefully some of you guys remember me talking about this. Court documents reveal that despite Griffith claiming her son's foot was slightly discolored for weeks before the hospital visit, the child was only taken to the hospital once this mother noticed her own foot was hurting. So that baby was left to suffer. But when mom's foot started hurting, she went right to the hospital. She went right to have hers checked out. What a great mother she is. Temperatures were in the single digits in the days leading up to the hospital visit. It was a disturbing case our child abuse detectives are working on. This is her. This is her. That is the mother. That is mom. Now, why I said that, I wonder if possibly she's not maybe in a mental facility, right? Is because, okay, so her aunt and grandmother also lived in the home, but said that they didn't notice any signs of frostbite before going to the hospital. The grandmother said she didn't notice the boy's foot had turned black with frostbite until attempting to put shoes on him on January 19th to take his mother to the hospital for her foot pain. She did admit to noticing the boy's legs looking dry and red for several days before noticing his foot was black. How horrifying. How horrifying. The investigation is still ongoing, but it's so important to speak up and say something because a lot of times kids cannot speak for themselves. It's our jobs to protect children and families. Sarah Klein said, who is with the Villages, which oversees and prevents child abuse in Indiana, reminds everyone to contact the state's hotline if they see warning signs of abuse or neglect. The state hotline is 1-800-800-5556. Child abuse is preventable. We all have a role in preventing it. Now, we're going to get back into why I think that mom might be in a mental health facility. So, the case took an unusual twist after police interviewed Griffith, the mother, and she made a bunch of outlandish claims. So, according to court records, while talking to police about the alleged neglect, she told police she had given birth to multiple children with no names or no social security numbers. She was talking wildly about all sorts of crazy things, including she had given birth to twins in November before she unalived one of the babies by hitting it to make it stop crying. She even claimed that she buried the baby herself. Now, she admitted to law enforcement that she was a user of heroin and meth, in addition to smoking marijuana. The grandmother who lived in the home admitted to police to being the child's primary caregiver due to the mother having hallucinations and paranoia. Wow. Despite the bizarre nature of, let me rewind here a little bit. In addition to her substance use, the grandmother told police the woman was diagnosed with bipolar and severe depression, but has refused to seek out treatment. So that's why I am giving my opinion that she may be somewhere getting mental help. Despite the bizarre nature of her claims, documents revealed that there had been two other children, hey Moonshine Girl, two other children that had been removed from her custody in 2015 after the children were found to be living in a home in filthy conditions without power, heat, or running water. That made her claims credible enough that police searched the home using a cadaver canine. They did not find any signs of any remains of a child. Our agency takes all allegations extremely seriously. We have to go out and investigate those claims. She made her initial court appearance and was held on a $40,000 bond pending trial. If convicted, she could face between 3 and 16 years in prison on a level 3 felony. At this time, police were unaware of the results of the child's leg. So that's a case I'm going to be checking into also and finding out when exactly this Amber Griffith is going to be going to court. You remember us talking about this case, Nicole? I don't understand if an aunt and grandma were living in the home, how it got to the point where, how long had that little boy not had any shoes on? Because if grandma didn't notice until she's trying to put shoes on him to take mom because mom's foot's hurting, I would think that possibly the grandmother and aunt could be held with some type of neglect charges also. So those are two cases that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention, okay? Gabriella Dixon and the Amber Griffith case. Okay, so I'm going to talk about one more case because you guys know how I am. And this is a case that was happened July 19th of this year, where, let me pull over here, a 2-year-old boy was allegedly he was hit and unalived with a braided dog toy. Mom and boyfriend are charged. A 26-year-old Memphis woman and her boyfriend are facing red rum and child ABUSE charges. A Tennessee woman and her boyfriend are facing charges including red rum and child ABUSE in connection with the death of the woman's 2-year-old son. The U.S. Marshal Service announced in a press release that 26-year-old Sharday Bakara was arrested in Texas on Monday, June 17th, on charges related to the 2023 death of her son, 2-year-old Anthony J. Bakara, in Memphis, Tennessee. Beautiful child, Anthony. On Monday, September 4th, 2023, Memphis police responded to a call at the Bakari's home where Anthony had sustained extensive injuries. According to the United States Marshal Service, he was unresponsive and suffering from obvious signs of trauma. I may have that wrong. USMS. I thought that's what it meant. U.S. Marshal Service. Anyhow, emergency medical personnel transported little Anthony to a nearby hospital where he later passed away. He is beautiful. What a beautiful baby. Anthony J. Bakare. According to an affidavit of complaint previously obtained, Bakari's boyfriend, 22-year-old Anthony Andrews, allegedly admitted at the time that he had struck his girlfriend's son with a braided dog toy. The affidavit alleges Andrews told police he had previously hit him harder than he should have. Now, we all know what a braided dog toy looks like, right? And it had to have been one of the really hard ones that he was ABUSEing the baby. So, Bakari allegedly told police she had seen Andrews previously hit her son with the dog toy and a belt. And a belt. After several months of investigation by Memphis police, authorities issued a warrant for Bakari's arrest on May 14, 2024, according to the USMS. She was arrested in Glen Heights, Texas, and extradited back to Tennessee. Bakari had since been charged with one count of first-degree red rum, one count of aggravated child neglect, and one count of aggravated child ABUSE. Her bond was set at $1 million. It's not clear if she has an attorney or has entered a plea. Now, Andrews was charged with first-degree red rum, aggravated child ABUSE, and court records show his bond was set at $250,000. Wait. So mom's getting $1 million bond, but the actual person who unalived him, his bond was set at $250,000. According to court records, Bakara is next set to appear in court on Monday, July 22nd. Andrew's next court appearance is set for Wednesday, July 4th. So this case right here, I will be going and pulling up to see what happened in court. And of course, we know when they first go to court, the charges are read, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So those are 3 cases right there, y'all. Okay? 3 cases. Gabriella, the young child with the frostbite. I'm sorry. No, it's not frostbited, it's frostbit. Okay? And we're going to be keeping up with little 2-year-old Anthony. Such a beautiful child. Beautiful, beautiful child. Gabriella, what a beautiful girl. Gabriella, what a beautiful girl. Lots of prayers out to all of these families. But those are 3 cases that I wanted to put out today. Does anybody have any questions on any of these 3 cases right now? Or do you want me to get into talking about Seth? Hello, is anybody there? But these are, especially with Gabriella, the sad thing about that is she was so young. She was so young. That is horrible. What is that? Up? Look up? What am I looking up? Everybody wants me to get into Seth. All right, we're going to have this conversation here about Seth Rogers. Why would her bond be a lot more than... Yeah, that doesn't make sense, does it, That does not make sense. I mean, I think she did have one more charge, right? She was charged with... Hang on, I'll tell you. I gotta find it again. Okay, so the mother was charged with 1 count of first-degree red rum, a count of aggravated child neglect, and a count of aggravated child abuse. Andrews was only charged with first-degree red rum and aggravated child abuse. So mom had an extra charge in there, which would have been the aggravated child neglect. Okay. I'll be checking on that and to see what possibly happened in court. Are we going to finish Haley's case? Absolutely, Nicole. Absolutely. We are going to finish Haley's case. I don't, it was, and I should have looked. I mean, I can finish talking about that right now if you want, but I'd rather give that alive by itself, and talk about Joe. But that's not Misty's brother, that's Misty's cousin. It's Joe. Misty's brother was called Tommy. His name was Tommy. Okay, hold on. I gotta find my dang it. Oh, here it is, right in front of my face. Okay, so I'm just writing a couple things down. Okay. Yeah, I'll get into it, Nicole. I want to give that a live by itself. And we'll do part 3 on that. I still got I don't know what part I'm up to with Summer's case. I think I was like on part 3, and I just need to go back into my notes and see where I left off. A lot of Summers, when I talk about Summer's case, I try to use my notes so I know exactly what's going on. But yes, we definitely will be finishing that out, Nicole. And thank you for reminding me. And I'm very interested to hear what Misty Crosland's going to say. Basically, I think, to get out of jail early. To get out of jail early. Okay, so I'm going to start out like this, okay? This is from a creator named Chris. This is from a creator named Chris. And it is, I have questions. 2 to 3 days after neck surgery, you are at a Ludacris concert? Let me do this real quick first. Okay, so Seth allegedly had neck surgery somewhere around the C4, C6 area, right? Now, it can include interior cervical discectomy infusion or cervical disc replacement surgery. Thank you, Flies, for dropping that link and putting the copyright disclaimer in there. Hold on. So we're going to talk a little bit about this surgery and what the post-op recommendations are. Okay. I don't understand why he is not in a neck brace. It would seem to me that, I don't know. Okay, what do I want to show first? Let's show this. Okay? Hang on, y'all. I want to show you guys this. This is Seth on the news after he's had his surgery. Okay? After he's had his surgery. Hold on.
Rogers disappeared nearly 5 months ago, and his father, Seth, is still searching. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Sebastian's father told News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry they're operating this like a recovery effort, even though he believes Sebastian is still alive.
Memorial Park was one of the first places Seth Rogers tells me he searched for his son, Sebastian. He says this place is Sebastian's favorite. Almost 2 months ago, this bridge was lit up in Sebastian's favorite color, green, in hopes of his safe return home.
And I showed that on my channel where they had that candlelight vigil for Sebastian. It was beautiful. I'll find it again and show you guys. It was beautiful. Thank you, Flies. WKRN.
Home. At that time, he had been missing for 2 months. Today, the search continues, almost 5 months later.
People think that we're not searching anymore. Well, they can think whatever they want.
This is after he had the surgery. And yes, Nicole, they do those types of surgeries, some of them on an outpatient basis, because what they do is they go in through the neck. They go in through the neck and do it that way. So it's considered an outpatient surgery.
Our searches are private.
Seth tells me after he...
Seth is in a boat. He's in a boat. Watch how he turns his head. And I'm going to say this is my opinion. When did he become someone who was qualified to read a radar? I don't know.
Herniated disc surgery, it is back to boots on the ground. He says today, over 40 searchers, vetted by his private investigator, will be eliminating locations Sebastian could be in Middle Tennessee.
Now I don't really have much stopping me from getting out there and doing what I need to do.
There's a refocus. We're trying to zero in on more specific information that we are gathering.
Seth tells me his search parties have become invite only due to chaos at previous searches.
They're private because we learned last time. You know, we had people following my searchers around that were just handing out flyers, and it doesn't bode well for people who are trying to help to be put into hostile situations.
But he says the goal today is...
You guys see him moving his neck? Well, a disc replacement is a little bit different.
not to find Sebastian.
The search that we're doing today is a recovery effort. And I'm praying that we don't find him.
Seth says he believes his son is alive, but he added some people still don't know Sebastian is missing.
We have to continue to hand out flyers until everybody knows.
Seth and Tony tell me they have one unanswered question for the Sumner County Sheriff's Office.
We think it's a valid question. We think it's a fair question. And that question is, are you any closer today to finding Sebastian Rogers than you were February 26th?
And for Seth, the answer to that question is no.
My son's not here, so we're nowhere closer.
Well, Seth, I mean, I'm going to get into a little bit here. You, in my opinion, you yourself were hostile towards law enforcement. You yourself, Seth, made it where law enforcement did not want to talk to you. His plaster was on his shoulder near his neck. His plaster? Okay, well, let's get. I'm going to tell you guys about these surgeries. Okay, let's talk about it. What is the recovery time for a C4, C5, C6, and up to a C7 neck surgery? Okay, recovery time for neck surgery can vary depending on several factors, including the type of your surgery, your overall health, and how well you follow your rehabilitation plan. Sometimes you usually need to stay in the hospital for 1 to 2 days after surgery. You can usually resume basic activities for daily living after 4 to 6 weeks. This includes activities like walking or sitting at a desk. He's overweight, he's a smoker, too high risk. Anywho, it can take several months to fully recover, especially if the surgery involved multiple levels or fusion procedure. For example, after an interior cervical discectomy and fusion, it can take up to 12 months before you can resume physical intensive activities. After surgery, follow your doctor's instructions about what you can and can't do. Example, you should avoid lifting anything that strains your neck and back. Strenuous activities like jogging, weightlifting, or aerobic exercise. Well, we know that's out. Long car trips for 2 to 4 weeks. Excessive neck movements. Baths or other water submersion. You should also start to remove any soft collar you're given for pain relief after surgery, gradually increasing the amount of time you go without it. You should completely remove it after about 6 to 8 weeks so you can do your exercises. You may need to wear a neck brace for a while. But this kind of gets me right here. So, Chris has caught this, and this is Chris's content. Thank you, Chris. Here we go. This is what Seth said that threw me for a loop.
Hey, I wanted to take flyers up to the Ludacris concert on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
All right. Surgery is not going to stop me. I mean,
now wait.
Time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Sorry, low budget. I am low budget. I am. Let me go back here.
Hey,
okay, so he's talking about a Ludacris concert, We all know who Ludacris is, right? For those of you who don't know, he is a rapper, actor. I believe he was in the Fast and Furious movies with Vin Diesel. So let's hear that one more time. I turned it up, y'all.
Hey, I wanted to take flyers up to the Ludacris concert on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
All right. Surgery is not going to stop him. I mean,
surgery is not going to stop him. Surgery is not going to stop him. So I can guarantee that that's craziness. So why would he? It usually takes 2 to 3 months to fully recover from this surgery. Also, they recommend physical therapy. Has he said anything about taking physical therapy? 2 to 6 weeks. And even then, the restrictions of moving your head, okay? So some patients encounter permanent restrictions, including bending the neck after an extensive fusion surgery, which is more pronounced during forward and backward movement of the neck compared to turning your head from side to side. All right. I'm just going to share this tab with everybody. I'll replay it, Flies, here in just a second. So your recovery, cervical spinal fusion is surgery that joins 2 or more vertebrae in your neck. It made your neck more stable. After surgery, you can expect your neck to feel stiff and sore. This should improve in the weeks after surgery. You may have trouble sitting or standing in one position for very long. Yes, exactly. I would have expected for him to be wearing a collar also. You may need to wear a neck brace for a while. Most people can go back to work after 4 to 6 weeks, but it may take a few months to get back to your usual activities. How long it takes depends on what kind of surgery you had and the type of work and other activities you do. This is a care sheet giving a general idea about how long it will take for you to recover. Each person recovers at a different pace. All right, here we go. You guys want to hear the activities? Rest when you feel tired. When you feel tired, getting enough sleep will help you recover. Try to walk each day, starting by walking a little more than you did the day before, bit by beat, and crest. Hang on, you guys. Yes. Give me 1 second, you guys. I need to hand this to Chad. Okay, y'all, I apologize. I apologize. Okay. So, walking boosts blood flow and helps prevent pneumonia and constipation. Walking may also decrease your muscle soreness after surgery. Follow your doctor's directions, not lifting anything that would strain your neck and back. This may include a child, heavy grocery bags, milk containers, a heavy briefcase or backpack, cat litter, dog food bags, vacuum cleaner. Avoid strenuous activities such as bicycle riding, jogging, weightlifting, or aerobic exercise until your doctor says it's okay. Do not drive for 2 to 4 weeks after your surgery or until your doctor says it's okay. Here we go. Avoid taking long car trips for 2 to 4 weeks after surgery. Your neck may become tired and painful for sitting too long in one position, but he could sit in a boat. I'm going to show that again here in just a second. You will probably need to take 4 to 6 weeks off of work, which we know he never went back to work. The day Sebastian went missing was the last day of work for him. And, you know, doing the nasty is, I guess that's whenever you feel like you can. Okay, here they talk the diet, they talk about the fluids, the intake. You know, you got to be careful for getting constipation, because when you get constipation, that puts a lot of strain, you know, on your body, basically, when you go to take a dookie. The medicines, your doctor will tell you if you, I'm sorry, your doctor will tell you if and when you can restart your medicines. If you stop taking aspirin or some other blood thinner, the doctor will let you know when to take it again. If the doctor gave you a prescription medicine for pain, take it as prescribed. If you're not taking a prescription pain medicine, ask the doctor about the over-the-counter medicine. If you think your pain pill is making you sick to your stomach, take them after meals or ask for a different kind. Your incision care, doctor will give you specific instructions. Don't exercise. Yeah. So I haven't heard that he has even went for another checkup, right? Has he even? Oh, bye, you guys. Oh, I might be able to spin on where. Hello there. Damn, that's kind of fun. You guys just want to sit here and watch me spin in my chair? So, I have not heard him say he's had another appointment. Okay. But this is my opinion. It doesn't sound like he is doing what he should be doing to make sure that the procedure is successful. You guys understand what I'm saying? Let me go back and show you guys again. Seth in the boat. Okay, here he goes.
Up on his missing son, 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared nearly 5 months ago.
I'll show you guys that again.
And his father, Seth, is still searching. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Sebastian's father told News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry they're operating this like a recovery effort, even though he believes Sebastian is still alive.
Memorial Park was one of the first places Seth Rogers tells me he searched for his son Sebastian. He says this place is Sebastian's favorite. Almost 2 months ago, this bridge was lit up in Sebastian's favorite color, green, in hopes of his safe return home. At that time, he had been missing for 2 months. Today, the search continues, almost 5 months later.
People think that we're not searching anymore. Well, they can think whatever they want. Our searches are private.
Seth tells me after a herniated disc surgery, it is back to boots on the ground. He says today, over 40 searchers, vetted by his private investigator, will be eliminating locations Sebastian could be in Middle Tennessee.
Now I don't really have much stopping me.
Who gave Seth a boat? Did somebody let him sit in their boat just to make it look good for the cameras?
From getting out there and doing.
And let me say this, getting in a boat after you've had a procedure like that would had to have put strain on his neck. It would have had to have. For real.
Doing what I need to do.
There's a refocus. We're trying to zero in on more specific information that we are gathering.
Seth tells me his search parties have become invite only
Tony's
due to
boat.
chaos at previous searches.
They're private because we learned last time. You know, we had people following my searchers around that were just handing out flyers, and it doesn't bode well for people who are trying to.
There we go. How many times did he say my or I in this news report?
Help to be put into hostile situations.
But he says the goal today is not to find Sebastian.
The search that we're doing today is a recovery effort, and I'm praying that we don't find him.
Seth said,
well, you know what, Seth? Why don't you call, what is the underwater, Adventures with Purpose? Why don't you call Adventures with Purpose? I think that they could probably read that a lot better than you can. Yeah, recovery. Right? Yeah, getting on and off a boat that would affect your neck. Absolutely.
as he believes his son is alive, but he added, some people still don't know Sebastian is missing.
We have to continue to hand out flyers until everybody knows.
Seth and Tony tell me they have one unanswered question for the Sumner County Sheriff's Office.
We think it's a valid question. We think it's a fair question. And that question is, are you any closer today to finding Sebastian Rogers than you were February 26th?
And for
the thing about it is, there's a reason, like I said. Oh, yeah, the first water recovery team had an RSO on it. And a lot of people may not know the Adventures with Purpose chaos that went on, but Jared from Adventures with Purpose, who was, I believe, the founder of Adventures with Purpose, was actually taken to court for R-ing a cousin when she was younger. I believe that it got settled out of court, but yes. Now, he's getting in a boat. Seth is getting in a boat and saying that, okay, well, today we're looking, it's just possibly a recovery. But we're still going to hand out flyers. Don't get me wrong, you guys. There's nothing wrong with handing out flyers. There's nothing wrong with that. I think T. Mathis is full of shite. I find it strange that Caleb was found after he was... Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, I just want to say this. if you see an individual treating someone badly, talking badly about a person, trying to demean someone, don't ever think that that person will not do that to you. And believe me, the whole issue with Tony Mathis taking that site that was built up for Caleb Harris, right? His last name's Harris. For Caleb Harris getting 10,000 followers on it, has all of Caleb's information, pictures, everything. When the family decided they were not going to keep Tony Mathis as their PR guy or whatever, he took down all that content and kept it for himself. And what he did was, the first thing he did was went after JLR. Was the first thing he did was went after JLR. Yeah. Put up JLR bashing videos. For real. Seth has made a lot of money off of his son's name. Some people say he has the right to. Some people, it really bothers them to sit and watch him do that. I mean, look at Don Wells. He didn't even wait a week, and he went back to work when Summer disappeared. He went right back to work. That told me, as far as Don Wells, that either he knew what happened to Summer and knew she wasn't coming back, or he had something to do with it. That's just my way of thinking there. That's just my way of thinking, for real. Is there anything else you guys would like for me to check out? Now, I'll just read you the thing here. A new search for missing Sumner County teen Sebastian Rogers was held on Thursday. His biological father, Seth Rogers, was making sure he scouts out every possible location where his son could be. But we don't know where he's at. Said he was not sharing a lot about the search due to worry over continued harassment. People think we are not searching anymore. Well, they can think whatever they want. Our searches are private. Sebastian disappeared on February 26, almost 5 months ago. Since then, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, along with several other agencies, searched for a little over a week before officials said they were scaling back the focus to put their efforts on the investigative side. We've seen this in other cases, you guys, where, they are out there, they are physically doing these searches. And it's not that, everyone stops their physical searching, but at some point, and the investigative side comes into play. That happened with Summer's case. You can go back and look at all the news reports. At a certain point, they were going to scale back on the boots on the ground physical searches, and we're going to begin the investigative part of the cases. So that definitely happens, for sure. I want to say this too. Katie's home was searched. It was searched thoroughly. There was nothing in that home that said that anything nefarious happened when Sebastian went missing. They found nothing there. Okay? Nothing. And Seth can sit and say what he wants about Katie and that home and stuff. But Katie and Chris even allowed Seth to stay at their home. They were allowed to, him and his family were allowed to stay in Seth and Katie's home. Now, I can see why Seth wouldn't want to do that. It probably would be uncomfortable for him to do that. But let me ask you this. Flies, I know you know the answer to this. Seth got off of work at 7-ish, right? He goes to his truck, he gets his phone, and there's text messages. And didn't he say there was a voice text or something, or an audio text from Chris? Can you tell me that time when that allegedly happened? Because I'm trying to remember how long it took Seth to actually get to Chris and Katie's home. A missed call. From where Seth was working, if I remember correctly, but I just can't give you guys the times right off the top of my head. It took him a little time to get to Katie's home. Also, the neighbors, Seth got there. Seth said he was there when the law enforcement agencies were there and were talking to Katie. And he didn't say anything. He didn't ask any questions. He didn't say anything, he said. He just listened. That's what he said. That is what he said. I'm going to get a picture of Sebastian back up here.
Seth, the answer to that question is no.
My son's not here, so we're nowhere closer.
Okay, I want to get Sebastian's picture up here. You guys give me a second. All right, there's Sebastian. So he just watched and listened. He said he got it at 7 or 7:30. He said he got to Katie and Chris's around 9. But it's like a 30-minute drive from where he worked in downtown Hendersonville. So make that make sense. Why did it take him that much time? I've heard several different details and times from his own accounts. Right. And so, where was I going with this? So, this is from his own mouth, and maybe it's not word for word, maybe it's not verbatim, what he was doing. But while he's at Chris and Katie's that day, the neighbors are coming over and sharing their videos from their Ring doorbell cameras, showing Chris and Katie different things. And guess what? He didn't want no part of it. Why was that? He said he just sat there. He finally gets up and goes and starts driving around the neighborhood looking. Then he also got upset because he said that law enforcement actually put Chris in a police car and drove around with him. Not saying Seth done anything, but it's also bizarre. It makes me question why people aren't talking about his timeline, but they do Chris and Katie. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the bad thing about it. It's very sad that Sebastian's case has turned into, I don't want to say a Summer Wells case, but the chaos and all that stuff. Yeah, I get you, Chai. I get you. But there's a reason Tony, this is what gets me. In the Summer Wells case, look at the relationship between Tim Mullins and Don Wells. Then, when you turn around and look, Tony and Seth, it's almost the same thing, right? Almost the same thing. It's very sad. But do you think, and I'm just asking you guys this, where do you think that the threatening, the chaos, where do you think all that started in Sebastian's case? With the Cajun Navy? And this is a fact. Anyone who's out looking for a missing child, I don't know. That's messed up. Also, where he said he couldn't do personal calls while at work, but yet says in another interview he would call Sebastian at 1 a.m. while he was at work. Thank you, Flies. Absolutely. That is what's sad, Poppy, because even Summer's case, Summer, in my opinion, was put to the side while all the other bullcrap went on. With Sebastian, this is my opinion, he's been put to the side while all the other bullcrap is going on. There were things that Seth said about Sebastian that really bothered me. And I know that they bothered some other people as well. What do you mean, probably on break? Yeah, he probably went out to his truck on break. I get it. But what does that tell you also? that Sebastian was being left at home. Sebastian was being left at Seth's house alone, right? Seth himself said Sebastian would stay up for 2 days. Seth himself said that when Sebastian came to his place, he did the total opposite of everything that Katie was trying to do for Sebastian. Thank you, Flies, because he did say that once you clocked in, you could not leave the building. You couldn't leave the building. A lot of things that he has said has really, really contradicted other things that he said. For real. For real, for real. I'm trying to get this rubber band out of my hair. Why would Seth not give Sebastian his medicine? Why? Why would Seth try to get Sebastian used to not being on any of his medication? Even knowing that Sebastian would be up for a couple days at a time. When was he with Seth? What was it? Every weekend, every other weekend? And this is all just my opinion. Why would he want Sebastian not to take his medicine? Was it because possibly he wasn't there to give it to him anyway? If Sebastian was just on, if Katie had him on a certain amount of melatonin every night, he could have gave Sebastian a bedtime. He could have said, at this time, I'm going to call you and you're going to take your medicine. I want you to take your melatonin. I want you to slow your brain down a little bit. I want you to get some rest. He constantly bashes Katie and Chris, and they refuse to bash Seth. Yes, I've seen that myself. That speaks volumes on how Chris and Katie feel about Sebastian's emotions. They don't want him feeling a certain way about his dad. I agree. And this is my opinion also. I have sat and watched Seth just try to, he has continuously tried to get Katie's attention. And that really made him mad that Katie wasn't talking to him. Katie wanted nothing to do with him, right? In the first news report, law enforcement stressed he didn't have his medicine, but yes, Seth didn't bother to give him his meds anyway. Absolutely. I agree, Chai, that Sebastian is going to feel some type of way about what his dad said. And like I said before, right, that if someone does have Sebastian, they could absolutely be letting him or even making him watch everything that Seth has been saying. For real. For real. Chris has said some things about Seth. Really? What'd he say? What'd he say about Seth? What did he say about Seth, Nicole? Right? That's a good way to put it. Seth is not an approachable guy at all. He is not an approachable guy. But what has Chris came out and publicly said about Seth? And it's not the fact that he had to work. It's not the fact that he had to work. I mean, of course, he's a single parent. Of course, he has to work. But the way Seth made it seem to me was that he was allowing Sebastian to do things and not following the routine that Katie had him on just because he wanted to get back at Katie. And let me ask you this. Do you really think, what good would it have done for Katie to say anything to Seth? You've heard him talking, okay? You've heard how he talks. You heard the stuff that he's already said about Katie. The only time that I seen Katie react to anything that Seth said to her, about her, or whatever, was when he came out and talked about what happened to Sebastian when he was younger. And Katie came out and said something then. Yeah. I mean, Chris and Seth were having conversations anyway. They were the two that was having conversations, not Katie. Yep. Yep. Sebastian's getting lost in the I need money for flyers and gas when TBI gives him flyers for free. And that came from when Seth made the 6,000 flyers remark. Absolutely. You know, I've never really wanted to talk to people who are a person of interest in any case, let alone a missing child case. But I would really like to have a conversation with Katie. I want to know how yeah, I agree, Nicole. I agree with that. Seth did sling muck at Katie every chance he got. Well, I don't necessarily know if it's because Seth still wants Katie. I think it and this is just my opinion, you guys, I believe that Seth had a very, very controlling relationship with Katie. He got with Katie when she was very young, very young. Where I think he messed up was because he didn't want to work, okay? He didn't want to have to do anything. And so he says to Katie, well, you should go in the Navy, you know, and she did. That was probably the first time when she went in the Navy that she got away from Seth and his controlling ways. Bower socks. Cajun Navy left 2,000 flyers. That's the one Seth gave to Bullhorn Betty when she done her stocking on the Bower socks. And where did all of that get us? Where has anything that these people have done, where has that gotten us in Sebastian's case? Nowhere. Nowhere. Seth just wanted to have control. My team, blah, blah, blah. My team. Hey, loves to lurk. You're okay, darling. And those flyers had an older picture in it. I mean, don't forget, Seth told someone to take a flyer that TBI had released a picture of Sebastian, and they put it on an official law enforcement flyer, and Seth tells someone they can change it and take his glasses off and stuff. That was weird. Hey, the mouse. That was really weird. Oh, you washing dishes? I know. I got mine in the sink. I ran the water. I got to go do them too. I'm going to go over in a little bit and see Maddie and little Mocha. Maddie and Mocha. I'm going to do that here in a little bit, but I don't know if it's still raining out or not. I don't know. When I started my live, it was raining. So it's all very sad. Very sad. But if Seth just had his surgery and stuff, I don't understand why he would do anything that might not, medically be proper for him to be doing. I don't understand that. Because next, let me tell you, next, if he says, oh, I messed up my arm again, I got this messed up, I did this, and because I was looking for my son. Now, I don't think when he went to the Ludacris concert, how exactly did he hand out flyers? Me personally, I don't think I would hand a flyer to people who were going into a concert. Or even coming out of a Ludacris concert. I don't believe that security and law enforcement would even particularly want him messing with people's cars and putting them on their cars. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, definitely we can't we can't say that these parents are guilty of anything. Seth has went on panels and talked vulgar all the time, having Sebastian's picture as his avatar and never spoke of him. Someone was telling me about a panel that Seth was on when he acted like he was masturbating. I don't know what that was all about, but and I'm not going to sit over here and say that, you know, Seth is guilty of something, but everyone is looking at Chris and Katie and making assumptions about things that could have happened. But why can't they do with that? Why can't they do that with Seth? Why can't they, talk about how long it actually took him from the time he left work to get to Chris and Katie's? Why can't anybody think about, wow, why was Seth determined to not make Sebastian take his medication, right? If you look at that right there, not saying he had anything to do with Sebastian or Sebastian going missing, but guess what? Sebastian would know exactly what it was going to be like for him to be off his medicine for a couple days, wouldn't it? Right? Am I wrong? Oh, he was making those slapping noises and said, wait. We on TikTok, there's some kind of shadow. Yeah, the Tony Mathis stuff. Is that true? Tony showed his pee-pee. Yeah, I mean, allegedly that's what it was. I think I only looked at that TikTok one time and then I didn't watch it again after that. There's a lot of people who showed their little wee-wee on social media. For real. For real. But no, over here, y'all know on this channel, we're not going to sit and say any parents are guilty or innocent of their children going missing. We don't know. I don't know. I want to show you guys something was really weird to me. This was really weird to me. And usually I don't even call crap out like this. Hold on. Let's get back to our jellyfish for a minute. You guys know that, I do look at my comments and stuff and always try to give you guys a heart and stuff. Can you imagine the identification parade? Let me tell you guys, I will never forget when someone that I know, and it wasn't Flies, sent me 2 pictures of different wee-wees. And I deleted them. I mean, I deleted them right away But it was so funny because it was two creators on YouTube that they said that it was. And then it was funny because they told me which one belonged to which person. It was really freaking weird. But I deleted them right away. I was like, don't send me that. I may have missed, but can you pull up the New Age of Michael Vaughn? Yes, I will. There's a New Age progression photo of Michael. I will do that, darling. Anything for you, lady. Wow, look how handsome. Oh my gosh. There he is. What a handsome boy. He is so handsome. All right, everyone, this is Michael Vaughn. Saturday marks 3 years since the disappearance of Michael Vaughn. Fruitland police say they partnered with the National Center for Missing and Endangered Children to create an age progression photo of what he might look like now. Well, thank you for letting me know. You don't do the, what is that? What kind of, I forget what that's called. Yeah, Michael's story breaks my heart too. What is that called, Flies? Is that a fruit? An eggplant, thank you. Why couldn't I think of eggplant? Gosh, I'm such a loser. I'll have to put myself on the loser planet. Okay, Michael Vaughn was 5 years old when he disappeared. He would be 7 years old now. Fruitland police say they have a firm understanding of what happened on July 27, 2021. Now they are waiting on the Payette County prosecutor to assemble the case and move it forward. Wow, that says a lot. Thank you, Loves to Lurk, for letting me know this. They say they have a firm understanding of what happened on July 27th, 2021. They're waiting on the prosecutor to assemble the case and move it forward. That says a lot, you guys. That says a lot. If you know anything, tips can be sent to the Fruitland Police Department at 208-452-3110. Find Michael at fruitland.org or to Crime Stoppers at 343cops.com. Wow. They have a firm understanding of what happened on July 27, 2021. This is Michael, you guys. Let me see. There's 3 pictures here. Let me see if I can get them pulled up. Wow. What a handsome boy. There he is. There's little Michael. It does sound like that, doesn't it, Flies? Absolutely. Wow. Wow, wow. Hold on, I'll back it up. What a handsome boy. It's been to the prosecutor before. Well, I mean, honestly, that verbiage says a lot to me. they have a, what I say, firm understanding. Wow. Well, Brandy, we're praying for you and your family. And I hope that you get justice for Michael. I really do. And this is this is just how I feel that with other missing children, I think Brandy would be an asset to any mother of a missing child. I think she would be an asset to know her and not necessarily her show them how to handle themselves, but I think she would be a wonderful person, you know, to guide a mother on how to handle themselves with a missing child. This, you know, with Candace, they did not use law enforcement. She didn't trust law enforcement, especially Dawn, right? Whatever reason Dawn and Candace had, they did not use law enforcement to the fullest capacity that they could have. A victim's advocate would have guided them through news interviews and things like that. They didn't want that. They didn't want that. So, absolutely, justice for Michael, justice for Summer, justice for Sebastian, justice for many of the other missing children and young individuals whose lives are being taken for the most ridiculous reasons ever. Our youth today scares me. They really do. I know when we were younger, we were disciplined, a lot of us in, you know, barbaric ways. There's no respect anymore with not all of them, but with most of our young individuals. Thank you, Flies. Justice for Quentin and justice for Elijah. Loves to learn. I wonder what Katrina Bauer is going to change her plea to. Have you've heard about that, right? That Katrina Bauer, they postponed the court date, so I'll have to look again to see exactly when she goes to court. But absolutely, she allegedly is supposed to change her plea. So I don't know what she's going to be changing it to. If she's going to say something that she knows that law enforcement doesn't know yet. But basically, y'all know who don't trust law enforcement? Criminals. Criminals. I hope we see charges. I really hope that we see charges. But I was on the YouTube streets a little bit last night. I went into Traders and said hi to everybody. And then I kind of got out of there, and Lisa K. Ritz was live. So I went over there, and she was talking about not necessarily Summer's case, but about the fundraisers and how people got associated with some of that stuff. And it was really interesting, absolutely interesting. But I ended up leaving out of there. I said hi to everybody, and except for Curse with Curiosity, I didn't say hi to her. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. She's going to plead guilty to a higher charge to take away the lesser. Oh, it has nothing to do with Elijah. Does it have to do with her daughter that she left in the car while she went in and did the nasty with Jesse Vang? Left her handicapped daughter in the car at a scary time of night to go do the nasty with Jesse Vang. For sure. Hey, Flies, I hate to ask you, can you drop my link to my Cash App just so I can see the link? Can I copy that link myself? Or can you maybe send it to me in my email? Because I'm a loser. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. We'll look and see if it's still rhyming. Okay, thank you. I don't know if I can copy that. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Save as. Oh, I don't know if it'll come out like that, but we'll see. Pled guilty to child ABUSC to take away the officer charge. What do you mean the officer charge? Lord, what have I done? What have I done? I don't know what I done. I don't know what I did, but I'll fix it. Thank you, Flies. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. And you know what? This is just the type of person I am. I feel weird. I feel weird even putting my Cash App in chat or anything. It's weird. I don't know. I just feel weird about stuff like that. I really do. So you think that they're going to take away the ABUSC, the officer charge? I don't understand that, Loves to Lurk, at all. I'm going to drop the link. Oh, obstructing. Oh, okay. I'm going to drop the link. Anybody can grab the link if you want. Please feel free to ask any questions about what we've talked about today. Give your opinions on, Seth Rogers and what's going on with that. Because I ain't going to sit over here and call Seth names and stuff like that. There's no reason to do that. But I'm not going to sit over here and not point out the inconsistencies in almost everything that he has said. And I'll tell you why, because I seen this happen in Summer's case, where especially Don, he would hear what all these YouTube creators were saying, and anytime that they were going against, oh, thank you, thank you, darling. It's okay, I don't know how to either. I don't know how to use a lot of that either. And you know what? Honestly, if Todd wouldn't have passed away and some of the things that he took care of weren't on my plate now, I probably wouldn't even have a cash app at all or anything like that. So I'm trying to, do things to the best of my ability. And, I just want to do things right with my YouTube channel and stuff. I am going to continue to do things the way that I've always done them. And I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. For real. So thank you, I appreciate you. I do. So, I forgot what I was going to say. We need a legit work from home job. My daughter works from home, but I can't say the name of the company because they don't like their people saying who they work for. But she's worked, it's been quite a few years that she's worked from home. And if you're interested, I'm sure she can ground guide you on, how to maybe do a different part from her company. But there's quite a few work from home jobs you can get now. For sure. There's a lot of companies you can, do like answering the phone. Oh, thank you, Loves to Lurk. Will they somebody work with a screaming bird or a barking dog? But I love your bird and your dog. I like when your bird cusses Jody Sue Brown. That's my favorite. Flies has a bird that lets Jody Sue Brown know what the bird thinks of her. It is really funny. It is really funny. Well, the thing about it is, I'm gonna earn. I want to earn anything that I get. I want to know in my heart that I'm earning and working hard to get what I get. And with when Todd passed away, if he wouldn't have been so encouraging to me, if Todd wouldn't have been so encouraging to me, and with my YouTube channel and stuff, after he passed away, if I wouldn't have had you guys to come on and express my feelings and how I was feeling and stuff like that, I don't know if I would have even come back on YouTube, to be honest. But you guys have got me through so much that you don't even realize that, you know, I needed you guys, and there are times when I still need you guys, and none of you have ever let me down. You've just never let me down. And, you know, I always know that, and I don't ever want to take advantage of any of you guys in your kindness. Um, I don't care who thinks that some of you aren't kind people or whatever. You're all of my subs and my mods and my members are some of the kindest people that I've ever been associated with in my whole life. In my whole life. Booking Disney hotels for customer service. Wow, that's a good one. I never heard of that. I never heard of that. There are a lot of jobs people do over the phone. For real. A whole lot. Flies, I can't believe that you've been a member for 2 months. I didn't realize I've had my membership that long. And we thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, we're all learning stuff over here together, because that was the last thing I ever thought I would have was a Cash App. I was kind of scared to even download the app. And so I finally broke down and did it. I know that, and I'm not going to hide the fact that I am going to do an Amazon wish list, but on that wish list will only be items that I have to have. That's going to help me. It's not going to be silly stuff. It's not, it's going to be stuff that I need just to help me for right now. So, but no crazy stuff. No, Victoria's Secret bras or underwear or nothing like that. Okay. Nothing like that. And it's still taken me forever just to do that. I am a ding ding sometimes, y'all. I'm a ding a dingling. So time does go really fast. Really fast. His latest thing he says is Skern, you stolen valor, doing MFR, pull up, you stupid scamming SOB. Could you imagine someone knocking and Fly's bird going, is that you, Ernie? You finally pulling up? I'll be right out. I got a place for you to spend the night. Yes, I cannot stand the fact that Ernie doxed you like that, Flies. And I know you always say I'm a big girl, I can handle it myself, but I'm going to tell you what upset me about that. And I've said it before. So, I don't want to sound redundant here. Oh, thank you. I love Maine. I'm going to have to come and see you sometimes. I'm going to have to go to Maine sometime and eat some lobster. Lobster and crab. I would love to go to Maine. I hear it's beautiful in Maine. But what upset me a lot about that was because I mean, yeah, you would troll, but you wouldn't be saying mean and hateful stuff. And just because you ask him one question, he doxes you. That was disgusting to me. That was really disgusting to me. And I've said many times, the only reason that a creator would dox someone is for nefarious reason. They're not doing it to be nice to anybody. And all you did was ask him about his cancer. I mean, oh, and now he gave Charlie K his channel. That's what Traders was talking about, you know, with Charlie K and stuff. And wow, I was like, and I don't know, a lot of you older individuals from the Summer Wells case that was associated with I can say her name now, Myra, Nana's Angels. If you guys remember, Charlie K was a mod for her over there. That's how I met Charlie K. All right. You need to look up the song Ernie and He Drove the Fastest Milk Cart in the West by Benny Hill. Oh, is that it? Traders played a song. I don't know if I can play it. I'll have to check and see if I can play it. But Traders, when she did her live last night, she played a song that had to do with Ernie. Maybe that's what it was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ernie can't pull up to Plies. They're looking for him. Charlie K was up to crap back then, too. I hope he keeps his shirt on. I know. He always did that for some reason. When he never had a shirt on when he would go live. He never had a shirt on. But, I mean, I don't have any reason to lie about anything. He asked me for money a couple times. First, it was for cigarettes because he needed cigarettes. The second time, he had to go to the doctor, and the song Traders played our AI generated. Oh, really? So I can play it? Okay, we'll play it. I know Traders is so good with her stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll tell you guys in a minute. Hold on, let me find Traders. Because it was the first thing she played. Okay, here it is. Okay, wait. Okay, here we go. Hang on. I want to start it out. Hang on. Let's start it at the beginning. Safe it? What do you mean safe it? People are writing down words and picking a music style. Wow, that is so cool. That is so cool. Okay, let me see if I can find the beginning of this. All right. This is an AI generated song that people wrote. I am going to share it. Hold on, I was looking for it. I had to find it, girl. I had to find it. Okay. Here, I'm going to turn on the closed captioning. All right. This is an AI generated song where people just wrote down the words. And, wow. I'm going to have to learn how to do that. That would be really cool. All right, here we go, you guys. Are you ready? That's it. Here we go. Here it is. Here it is, y'all.
Rising up, back on the stream, spreading lies, got a twisted dreams. Fake hero claiming valor he's not earned, making threats, leaving bridges burned. It's the lies of the tiger, his deceptions run wild. Stolen valor he's been faking all the while. Sipping off the missing and the children exploited. He's a fraud, run from truth, 50,000 volts he's avoiding. Spouting lies about his past. Law enforcement claims they never last. Doxing info, putting lives at stake. Just a con, every move he makes. It's the lies of the tiger, his deceptions run wild. Stolen valor, he's been faking all the while. Sipping off the missing and the children exploited. He's a fraud, run from truth, 50,000 volts he's avoiding.
Wow, this is a good song.
Spouting lies about his past. Law enforcement claims they never last. Doxing info, putting lives at stake. Just a con, every move he makes. It's the lies of the tiger, his deceptions run wild. Stolen valor, he's been faking all the while. Sipping off the missing and the children exploited. He's a fraud, run from truth, 50,000 volts he's avoiding. Faking evidence, creating crimes, making threats, crossing all the lines. Military tales all made up. While he's on the run, his lies corrupt. It's the lies of the tiger, his deceptions run wild. Stolen valor, he's been faking all the while. Sipping off the missing and the children exploited. He's a fraud, run from truth, 50,000 volts he's avoiding.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
Highway running from 50,000 volts. Every step, another jolt. Claiming he's a hero, but the truth's revealed. All his lies no longer concealed. It's the lies of the tiger, his deceptions run wild. Stolen valor, he's been faking all the while. Sipping off the missing and the children exploited. He's a fraud, run from truth, 50,000 volts he's avoiding.
This is the coolest thing.
Rising up, all his lies will soon unfold. Ernie's game is up, his story's getting old. The truth will shine, his deception won't survive. In the end, justice will arrive. It's the lies of the tiger, his deceptions run wild. Stolen valor, he's been faking all the while. Sipping off the missing and the children exploited. He's a fraud, run from truth, 50,000 volts he's avoiding.
Yay! That was the coolest fucking thing. That is so cool. Wow. Wow, y'all. That is so cool. Hey, before I get off here, I just want to talk about a little bit of something. You know, there was a creator who went live yesterday. Actually, she's live right now. Crystal's Crime Conversations. And I like Crystal, okay? I like Crystal. I like Lisa K. Ritz. I had, go look at Mr. N. Okay, hold on. You want me to pull it up? And I popped into Crystal's yesterday. And wow. You guys, I cannot do drama. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know how. I mean, these guys were just, hyped up. It gave me a freaking. I don't know how these people stay in the drama shit. I really don't. But I just want everybody to know. I don't have anything against Crystal. I don't have anything about Lisa Kay. You know, they were kind of going. Well, I know Crystal was going at Lisa Kay and, you know, saying some things. But this is what I find sad. You know, obviously, right now, Crystal's just having a hard way to go. And I see certain people who are like instigating a lot of things. You know, maybe in Crystal's ear. I don't know. But as I'm in that chat and watching it unfold, it made me sad. It made me sad. So you might see me in Crystal's, you might see me in you know, Lisa's. That doesn't mean I don't like Crystal or I don't like Lisa. Okay. Luckily I am on the back burner on all that stuff, and I have nothing to do with whatever people are fighting about. I'm a grown adult, and I can like who I want to, and I'm not gonna go to Lisa and say unkind things about Crystal, nor am I gonna go to Crystal and say unkind things about Lisa. That's not how I roll, okay? That is not how I roll at all. So hopefully they can get things worked out, for sure. You know, I just want them to, you know, I just want either Crystal or Lisa. One of y'all need to make the phone call, okay? Just make the phone call. That's all I'm asking.
I'm calling him right now. Why are you mad at me? Why you never, don't ever again. Did you hear me? You never, ever do again. Done with it.
I am running to
love
be
that.
president of the United States, and
Oh, shut
I
up,
need you
lady.
with me in the.
I bet you do need people with you. But sorry, not me. Okay, let me get out of some of these tabs really quickly. And that was a cool song. That was so cool. What am I looking for with Mr. Nobody? Mr. Nobody shirt designs? Okay, hang on. Hang on. Let me say. Oh, that is really cool. See, people are calling Ernie a LARPer, which is live action role play. Which, if you guys ever come across a LARPer, wow, some of their stuff is crazy. But yeah, LARPing gear. That is really cool. Wow, there's a lot of people doing some really cool stuff, aren't they? Ernie was on Prayer Gardens, and from my understanding, he sold many t-shirts, and in the clip that I seen, Prayer Garden was saying, well, you might not get the t-shirts, but it's for a good cause. I was like, wow. So that's basically saying I'm letting Ernie sell t-shirts on my channel that y'all ain't gonna get, and I know y'all ain't gonna get them, but it's for a good cause, right? This is all in jest. He isn't selling these. I like Mr. Nobody. I haven't seen Mr. Nobody for a while. Oh, thank you, Poppy. Thank you, sweetheart. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I truly, truly do. All right, whippersnappers, we have, or my crypties. I'm going to come up with another name for us, too. I like crypties since I'm the crypt keeper. But we're going to come up with a different name for everybody, too. We have about 12 minutes. So is there anything that we need to double check or anything? Hey, Nada. Mr. Nobody has made some awesome AI generated songs too. Well, we'll go over and listen to them. I will remember that because we are definitely going to have a fun live. I want to have a fun live. And so that'll be coming up. Also, I need to do a roast. I'm not sure who we're going to roast, but, you know, I do have my members. So that's what I kind of started doing was a members only roast. So definitely do that. Yes, Poppy, we're going to go over the Madeline Soto case. So I have not forgot. Andrew. Oh, you want me to roast Andrew? Me, pick me. Blythe, I ain't roasting you. I had one person ask me, they said, roast me, you can roast me. And when I went back to do my research to find some funny stuff, I didn't find anything that was funny. I was like, I can't roast that person. I've roasted Andrew before. Yeah, Andrew roast himself. Yeah, he put me in a bamboo forest or some crap, and then said he was going to give 35% of whatever people paid to vote people off. He came over here and gave me $3. $3 and something. I was like, you're crazy. So obviously, I got voted out of the forest really quickly. But he was talking about it was drama channels or whatever. Does anybody know who won that? Because I was having a conversation with somebody and we were like, we already know who's going to win. Does anybody know who won that thing? But I got $3 and something. Liv said she got 10. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what who actually won that for real. For real, for real. Yeah, I don't know who did it either. What do you mean it doesn't start until August 4th? He already started it, I thought. Well, that don't make any sense. Why'd he give me $3? I don't know. Andrew's weird. I didn't want to be in his forest anyway. Not at all. I don't think it would have been a big deal if he wouldn't have made it the drama community and then put my name in with the drama community. Because you guys know I don't have the brain capacity for drama for some reason at all. Oh, he was just kissing up. Well, Andrew knows not to kiss up to me. I mean, seriously. Well, let me put it this way. $3 super thanks is not kissing up, Andrew. Okay? It's not from you, mister. Not from you, guy. For real. For reals. But definitely, okay. So I definitely want to catch up with the Madeline Soto case. So I might pull up some research tonight and get that ball rolling on Madeline again. I will see what I can find out. Yeah, we should have a game night. Should have about 3 more zeros after that $3. I agree. Yeah, we are gonna do a specific thing. And I'll let everybody know when that's going to get started and stuff. And we can definitely do a game night. I will pull up some games and see if we can find some fun ones to do. That would be a lot of fun. And I know that during the day, when I go live during the day is, the majority of when I'm going to talk about the missing and exploited. When I go live in the evening times, I don't know what, evening going live in the evening for me is a little different. It's more maybe talking about crap that's going on the YouTube streets and things like that. It's hard for me because when Todd was here, we would go to bed early because he would get up really early to go to work. So we would go to bed early, and since he's passed away, it's like I don't know. There's mornings I haven't even got up till like 10:30, and I'll just lay here most of the night and I'll be tired, but it's like my mind just doesn't want to go to sleep. So I'll get back on track with all of that, though. It's just going to take me some time, I think. I have a hard time in the evening, too. I think that's why I've kind of been popping on, later in the evening with some people going live and popping in and saying hi and, getting in a little bit on the conversation that they're having and stuff, because it seems like nighttime is when I get, it kind of, it gets to me more, I think. I thought about making where we share updates. That would be great, Flies. I have no problem with that whatsoever. None whatsoever. And you would be good at it. I'm not real good at Facebook, but you would be good at it. But absolutely, Absolutely. If your Facebook is your real name, you will not be asked for your YouTube name. Yeah, Poppy, my TV also shuts off like that. So if I do end up dozing off, a lot of times I'll wake up and my TV will already be off. So yeah, we'll figure it out, Flies. Ooh, I've seen that diamond painting. I might try it. I might loves to lurk. I want to Flies. What do you call it, Flies? I don't want to call it crocheting because I know you got a specific name for it. Yeah, that would be perfect to have it as a private group for, you know, us chatters and subs. And I have a crap load of coloring books, a crap load. Crochet, quilt, and make candles. I do. I have a whole lot of coloring books and a whole lot of coloring books. Check this out. Let me show you guys this. And then I'm going to get ready to get off here. You guys see these? Aren't these cool? These are so cool. See these? They're colored pencils. That's made, they're wooden sticks. You knit too, Flies? But these are so cool. I've actually got two sets of these. When I bought these, I bought two of them. That's the coolest thing. Coolest thing. Mod Podge and wood crafting. I know, you're so talented. I'm not that talented. I can knit plain and purl, but can't cast off. I don't know, lady. I'm just not. You love to paint? Oh, I know my granddaughter Maddie. Man, that girl at her age. I would have to find you guys the picture she painted. It's on Facebook, but I'll have to. She did it a while back. I'd have to go look for real. But I am at 2:29:25, so I'm going to get ready to get off here. Thank you guys. I needed to come on, and because when I did that live yesterday and I was talking about Elijah and another case, I felt bad because I started it out with talking about Ernie and something else. And I didn't feel like I gave those babies the justice that I needed to give them. So, of course, we're definitely going to be talking about Elijah and Sebastian, Summer, Michael. And thank you, Loves to Lurk, for letting me know that they put that photo out of Michael like that. Like I said, the verbiage that was used in that article is very, very interesting. Casting on and off is the hardest part. It's easy to unravel. But we're going to get into a lot of different things over here, you guys. We definitely are. And I appreciate you guys. I've been on here 2.5 hours. I'm going to go see my Maddie and see my little Mocha grandson. That's what I call Mocha, my grandson. He is the cutest thing ever. He will never get any bigger than what he is. He is adorable. So I'm going to go hang out with them for a little bit. Maddie's going to be starting school here real soon. So I just want to go hang with her and spend a little bit of time with her before, before she has to go back to school and stuff. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging with me today. And I cannot, off the top of my head, say who we are going to be discussing tomorrow as far as missing and exploited children. But also, you guys know how I am. If I'm actually talking about a missing child or an exploited child, I try really hard not to talk about the drama or the chaos that ensues with some of the parents. I know it's hard not to. That's like with Summer. I always said, if I talk about Summer, I don't want to talk about Dawn and Candace. And it's almost impossible not to speak of the parents at some point, because unfortunately, none of these cases have any updates that have said that they're close to finding out what happened or even bringing these babies home. But like I said with Michael Vaughn, that was very interesting, the way that was said. So maybe we can see some justice for Michael here real soon. I hope we get justice for all of them. But thank you guys. I appreciate you. Hey, Katie. Yeah, evenings are hard for me. But y'all email me if you need to. Oh, I know what I was going to talk. Let me do this really quickly. And usually I don't do this, but this kind of threw me off. Okay, hold on. Okay, so someone, I don't know this person, and it's okay that I don't, right? But on my video, they left a comment, okay? And usually I give you guys a heart and stuff. I read all the comments you leave, but when we must have been on the discussion of parties being, people having parties out at 110 Ben Hill Road. And this person says, yes, they did. They parties all the time. So my reply was, so you were there, just asking. Okay, because if somebody comes in and says, I know for a fact they were partying there all the time, of course I'm going to ask, well, why were you there? Now, this was her response. I know people that were there, and I can't talk about it because I don't want to be like the others that are not here anymore. But believe me, the people that were there are very close to me. That is all I can say. Class, what is wrong with that whole thing right there? What is wrong with that statement? Period. Now, I could tell you my opinion on what's wrong with that statement, period, but I'm just going to leave it here. Y'all can look at it or whatever and make your own assumptions why Remain Calm would have a problem with what was said. Okay? So I'm going to get off here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being so supportive on my channel. Y'all don't know what it means to me. You really don't. So thank you all for respecting each other in chat. I appreciate that a whole lot. People pass away all the time, but they are afraid to talk about it. But yet there they are. Thank you, flies. Thank you. Why even let that be known, period? And in comments, right? In comments where anybody can read it. Make that all make sense. Thank you, Katie. All right, so y'all can have your own opinions about it, but you know, sorry, being close to someone who was close to someone who was close to someone who had been there. I'm not saying they're fibbing. I don't know, because guess what? I ain't never been to Ben Hill. I don't know if they had parties there or not. Okay? Don't have a freaking clue. And with a name that looks real. Yeah. Yep. So, oh, let me turn my camera on. Peace out, you guys. Thank you for hanging with me. I appreciate you. I really do. And I will catch you guys tomorrow, probably around 2. And we're definitely going to be talking about missing and exploited. I also want to do a, we're going to talk about trafficking and grooming and breeding and all kinds of stuff like that. I don't know if I can, I may have to talk about some of the trafficking in the evening and not necessarily during the day. Yeah, it'd be a remain calm, definitely after dark, situation on that. But we'll get it all together. And thank you guys for being so supportive. Thank you guys for helping me out with different things. You've all been so kind. I adore you all. I love you all. And nobody ever needs to dox any of you or blow you guys any shit because you're my people. You are my people. Okay? You really are. Nicole, honey, I hope you get to feeling better, okay? We're sending prayers to you. We're sending prayers to you, the mouse. We're sending prayers to Crystal, not Crystal's Crime Conversations, the other Crystal, Duchess, praying for you and your family. There's so many people that I'm definitely in. Definitely, Sassy Ann, honey, you're always in my heart. You are always in my heart. I always think of you. Flies, I'm glad you're feeling better. But thank you guys so much. I truly mean that. I truly mean that. So I will catch you guys later. Have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at some time. Okay. All right, then. Bye, everybody.